am James Rohr. Today we will be going over a couple of campfire techniques and campfire safety. Here are a couple of campfire safety tips. First of all, always ask an adult if you are allowed to have a campfire. If you are a younger scout, you must have an adult present to have a campfire. Some of the things you must look for in the areas in which you're going to have your fire will be dead leaves, dead grass, sticks, and other debris that may set fire if a spark from your fire lands in these areas. Always clear your area before having a campfire. I will be starting my campfire right here. I live in the city, so I must follow a couple of different rules. One of those is being I must have a contained fire. So I will have a metal cylinder in which I will be having my campfire in. But notice there's a lot of debris on the ground. So the first thing I need to do is clean up these leaves. All right, now that we have cleared the debris, we are ready to start our campfire. Another safety tip, very important one, you'll notice to the right, you will see a large bucket of water and an extinguisher. These are two ways in which you can put your fire out in a hurry if you need to. It is a must-have at least a bucket of water when having a campfire. Now it is time to start our fire. You want to start out by finding ways to start your fire. One of my favorite techniques for starting fires is using dryer lint. I placed a nickel next to each item we will be using as a size reference. So this is something most of us should have at home. If we don't, we can probably easily find some. And it's literally all dryers have a place where when they're drying, all the debris and lint that comes off of your clothes, it gathers into it. And it's very flammable. So this is one of the best things you can use for starting fires. Let's say you're on a farm, you got some really dry hay. Hay works great for starting fires. Again, size reference of our nickel, this is hay. Very dry, easy to light. This is also grass. So this is an example of why you want to clear dead grass from your area of a fire. Second, we have just small sticks. I'm gonna have to get really close to this because you can see the size of our nickel and how thin some of this wood is. You can actually start a fire with just one match using that right there. This is just dead sticks that I found on the ground. Now you want to move up to kindling. So you're going to think about your next size wood you're going to start putting on. Here's my size reference. As you can see, the sticks are getting a little bit thicker and longer. After that, we go to one more size up. Look, size reference, larger sticks. Some of these sticks start out at 1 inch in diameter, so that's pretty nice. And then after that, you should have some good coals going and you can move into your actual wood. Our first technique we'll be looking at is a lean-to fire. This is one of the easiest and fastest ways to make a fire. You start with your log. You put your fire starter in there. Notice my dryer lint. And then you do the smallest sticks to the larger sticks. Now you do want air to get to it, so you can see with the lean-to fire, air will slip. Oop, right through there. So if air doesn't get to it, the fire probably will be harder to start, but as you can see, there's plenty of gaps for air to go through. Now bear with me, we are going to make a teepee fire. This is the technique that I use most of all out of all fires, for starting fires. Notice my lint. That is the hay. I'm gonna come over here, we're gonna use some of our small stuff. And this is one of the reasons why you wanna use longer stuff for kindling. Notice how this one takes shape. So again, we have the lint, we have some hay, some small sticks, and the kindling I have started putting in a pyramid shape. That's where it gets its name from. See how there's a little bit of stuff hanging out on the top? That's what you use to put your next pieces on. You slide it in between. Okay, again with my nickel as a size reference, not very big right here, but it does not need to be a large teepee to start your fire. You can see now that I have my larger size kindling too. After this starts burning, I should be ready to put wood on it. It'll fall flat, and then you just start laying your wood across it as you want to burn it. All right, this is your basic log cabin fire. This is just a way to start a fire. After this one gets going, you would put your larger logs this way. This technique of building fires is really good if you're gonna cook over it, because you'll get a lot more coals quicker. It's also a little bit hotter of a fire because there's more wood in it. Now we are ready for our fire. As you can see, I've cleaned all the area around it, got all the dead leaves up. I have my safety bucket full of water. I have my lean-to ready to go. All right, one of the things you need to think about also in making a fire is the wood choice. The wood you need to use needs to be dead wood. Stuff that you find on the ground is perfect for this. If you find sticks on the ground and they're full of leaves, green leaves, it is not good to use as firewood. It means it's green or alive. It won't burn very well if it burns at all. So it's best just to use dead stuff that you find on the ground. It's pretty easy to round up dead sticks. Just gotta look for them. This is an example of what I mean by green wood. This is a Japanese maple tree. You can see by all the green leaves that I have over it. This is an alive tree. This is not good for firewood. It probably won't burn. What you do want to do is look for dead stuff. I also have an oak tree in my backyard that drops a lot of dead branches. These are perfect for starting fires. All right, I only get one shot at this, so here we go. I'm going to start my fire with one match. As you can see, I just have some typical matches that you can find at any convenience or grocery store. Now, if I've done this right, I should be able to make this with one match. Let me get a different match though. That match is kind of wet. Old school matches. Here we go. As you can see, the lint and the grass is all setting fire. And it also looks like all of my smaller sticks are catching right now. This is why I like this technique of fire. A lot of air gets in there real quick, and it's easy to set up. One last look of a teepee fire at its best. Back to that first safety tip. Remember, have that bucket of fire. I'm gonna extinguish just because I don't want to leave a fire going. It's pretty hot outside. Just like that, no more fire. Thank you guys for joining me today.